So I'm going to demonstrate how to do the wrap and turn, both on the knit side and the purl side, and then how to pick those stitches back up again. So I have a little, if you want to knit along with me, I have a little 10 stitch sample of stockinette, and I'm going to start by knitting 8. All right, and now I'm going to do a wrap and my first wrap and turn. So the way I do that is I just take the next stitch off my left needle, slip it over purlwise. Since I'm knitting and the yarn's at the back, I now move the yarn to the front, put that stitch back on the left needle. Now I turn my work and I bring the yarn to the purl side to the front, ready to purl. So that's my stitch that I did a wrap and turn. Now I'm going to purl 6 stitches back the other way. Okay, 6. Now here is my next wrap and turn now on the purl side. So again, you just slip the next stitch over. Now I'm purling, so the yarn's at the front, so I move the yarn to the back. I put the stitch back on the left needle, turn my work, and then I bring the yarn to the back ready to knit. That's my turn, my wrap and turn that I made. Now I'm going to go until the stitch before my last wrap and turn. As we get closer, I'll show you how to tell where that is. Okay, so there's usually a gap where the wrap and turn happened. So you can see my gap is right here. The next stitch over is the wrap and turn. So I think in terms of stopping 2 stitches before the gap. And this stitch then, the second stitch before the gap, is the one that needs to be wrapped and turned this time. So again, to show you, you slip the stitch over, move the yarn to the front, put the stitch back, turn your work, and then you move the yarn to the front, ready to purl. Same thing. Now I go until 2 stitches before the gap. All right, here's my gap. You can turn it over. It's sometimes easier to see where it is on the other side. So you can confirm. There's the gap. There's the wrap and turn from last time, so this is the one we're doing this time. So I slip the stitch over, yarn to the other side, slip it back, turn my work, and then I move the yarn back, ready to knit again. Okay? So we keep going like this until, this is for a sock pattern. I keep doing that until I have 2 stitches left in the middle. So again, here's the gap. I'm stopping 2 stitches before the gap. That's the stitch I wrapped and turned last time. This is the stitch we need to do this time. Slip the stitch, move the yarn forward, put the stitch back, turn your work, and move the yarn to the front to get ready to purl. Here I am, 2 stitches. The gap is more pronounced on this one. 2 stitches before the gap. This was the wrap and turn last time. I can confirm by flipping over. I can see that bar. So this is the stitch we're doing this time. Slip, move the yarn, slip, turn, and then move the yarn to the back. So we're ready again to knit. Okay. So now I think we are actually down to just our 2 stitches. So you can see on this side, these are the ones that I wrapped and turned before. These 2 haven't been done. These stitches have been wrapped and turned on this side. Okay. Now I'm just going to knit across, and then we need to pick up the wraps and disguise them. So when we're on the purl side, the way I do that is I just slip that first one to my right needle, and then I pick up the wrap. I put both of the stitches back on my left needle and I knit them together. Okay. Same thing on this one. Show you again. Move it over. Here's the wrap part. So you pick it up with the left needle, put the stitch that you had just slipped, put it back in the left needle so that we can knit those two together. And it just, you can see it kind of disguises them all down in there. Last one, slip it over, pick up the wrap with the left needle, slip the stitch back over so we can knit the two together. Okay. And in this pattern, when you hit the last wrap and turn, that's where you stop. There'll be some stitches left on your left-hand needle. So now we turn, we're going to do the same thing on the purl side. So first we just purl across until we get to our first wrap and turn. Okay, I think this is where it is. I'm going to turn it over to confirm. Yep, those are the three that have the wraps. So on the purl stitch, the way you do is you just reach in with the other needle, with my right needle. I'm reaching into that bar and I'm just going to put it up on the left-hand needle, and then I'm ready to purl those two together. Okay, I'll show you again. So you flip it over, you can see where that wrap is on the knit side. You just pick it up with your right-hand needle, put it on the left-hand needle so you can purl those together. Okay, and if we look on the correct side, see it's nice and beautiful how that's all coming together. So one more, it's our last one with the wrap and turn. You pick that up, the right needle, put it on the left needle, we purl those two together. And you can see that's then how the heel starts to form on the sock. Gives you that nice little rounded heel part, and this is actually the bottom of the foot here, and this is where we're ready to start going straight up the back of the sock. I hope that helps.